Hi everyone. As promised, I said that I would do an updated version of my Scentsy inventory for wax, and I think when I said that I was going to do it, that I wanted to see, like, I was thinking it was a year. So I went back and looked for the original series that I had done, and I saw that it was in April. So it is on the anniversary time, basically. But it was April of 2021, and it's now mid-April of 2023. So it's been 2 years since I did that series on my inventory. I didn't realize that much time had gone by, but wow, it sure does go fast sometimes. So I wasn't going to do like I did that one. I think it ended up being like a 8-part series. One, like the first part was like my intro, and then it was like 7 different videos, I think, after that. And I was like, I can't do that again. Plus, most of the material that I had, I held on to it for so long, and then I was like, you know what, it's just taking up space, and I got rid of it. So I was actually having a hard time redoing the inventory in terms of, like, you know, is it a bring back my bar? Is it a this? Is it a that? You know, and the scent notes and all that. I was like, I don't have it anymore. So I thought I would kind of share numbers with you, maybe kind of. I did have, because I had done it on the computer, I was able to print the original one, and I made some notes on it, and I did print my current inventory. I'm not going to go through every single bar and stuff like that, because that would just take way too long. But I thought I'd kind of touch on some of that, and maybe to kind of go with the idea of this video, I thought, you know, whenever I'm doing, especially like when I'm doing empties, I talk about, you know, oh, okay, I did wax in this room, and I did wax in the half bath and the dining room and that kind of stuff. And I mentioned the sunroom and things like that. Well, I was talking lately more so about the dining room, because I have, like I said, I had 6 warmers in there now, and I was talking about how some warmers are across the room from the other ones. And so I thought, you know, I'm not the type to do a video for like a warmer tour. I just, for one, most of the house is a mess, and I really don't want to show the mess. Okay, I don't want to do that. But the dining room is in relatively good order, and I was the one area where there was a mess, I just kind of stood by that area so that it wouldn't show up in the picture. So don't think that it's like perfectly organized and stuff, because yeah, no, it's not. But so I took a picture of a large portion of the dining room, and in one of the pictures you'll be able to see the door to the half bath, so you'll have a good idea of like where it is in, you know, proximity to the other room. And I took a picture of Zena in the sunroom because I just wanted to point something out about her. You know how much I love my dog. But so anyways, I had a couple of pictures that I want to show you, to share with you for the warmers. I talked about the mirrored rows and how I could take a picture, but it probably wouldn't do it justice. And yeah, it's not going to do it justice. I tried several times. The picture with them on, they're very hard to even see because of almost like the glare of the bulb. So then I told Alexa to turn them off, and then I took a picture of them with them off, and then I turned them back on. So I figured I'd just kind of, you know, a little time to sit down, get your drink, sit back, relax, enjoy a little time with me while we go over some numbers, and then I'll share some pictures with you. So I'm gonna take a sip of my drink because I say it's gonna be short, but if you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm not very good at making them short. So I'm going to take a sip of my drink while I still can. And then let's get started. All right. So I pulled up the previous one, and I printed it with the last page. Well, I put the last page in the front because it gave me the numbers that I would have originally shared 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, I said that and I didn't do the current one exactly the same. So some of the labels aren't going to be the same. Some of the categories won't be the same. But 2 years ago, I said that I had 27 different scents in Scent of the Month. Okay. And of those 27 different scents, I had 146 bars in total for Scent of the Month. Now, mind you, it's now 2 years later, and I possibly could have increased the number of Scent of the Month bars because I've been been buying longer, so there's a possibility I have more of them. In the Bring Back My Bar, which was my largest category of all in terms of how many bars I had, and in the number of scents too. So Bring Back My Bar 2 years ago, I said that I had 89 different scents and I had 415 bars. Clearance flash sale, I had 20 different scents and I had 47 bars in total. I had done a category called discontinued, which in this time I probably just categorized it as catalog. If it had been in the catalog and it wasn't necessarily like an LTO for me or a flash sale or something like that, then I put it as catalog. So discontinued, I had 57 different scents 2 years ago, and I had 116 bars in total. For the LTO, I had 73 different scents, and I had 224 bars. I had marked current, right? So whatever the current catalog was then, which it would have been the spring summer of 2021, because I did it in April. I said that I had 51 different scents and 113 bars. Now, this time, like I said, I have it as catalog, so it could possibly be in that catalog number. The only thing I pulled out from that was the actual new scents of the catalog, which is only 10, right? So, and then in license, 2 years ago, I had 37 different scents, 137 bars. Did I tell you the number of bars for current? I said there was 51 different scents, 113 bars. All right. So in total for 2021, I had 354 different scents, and I had, which was an embarrassing number to say, but I had a whopping total of 1,198 bars. So I was 2 bars shy of 1,200 bars of wax. That is a huge number, huge. And I was determined to work on, I estimated that, if I didn't even buy any more, that it would take me at least 2 years to get through it, right? But of course, I also fell into the journey of doing vendor wax, which kind of really put a hindrance in my warming schedule, right? Because I would put vendor wax in some of the warmers instead. So anyways, I went ahead and did a similar tally for this year, or for the current. So I did my inventory as of 3/31/2023. So I didn't count anything I've done in April. All right, you ready? Here we go. Okay. 2 years ago, my total number of different scents was 354. Now, my total number of different scents is 401. I will say that was, even within those 401, there are going to be some that my actual inventory would be 0, right? Because I may have finished whatever scent that was, but it was in the inventory originally when I did the first count, right? But as of 3/31, it may be 0, because it might have been that I had one of 20 different scents, and if I warmed all 20 of them, then those 20 would be 0s now. So anyways, we're going to keep going. All right. So Scent of the Month, 2 years ago, I had, rather than go through the number of scents, I don't know, well, I guess I could still do that. Scent of the month, I had 27 different kinds of scents 2 years ago. Now I have 31, which I did say that it's possible to have more because more months have gone by. Not too big of a difference though. The big difference is 2 years ago I had 146 bars in total of scent of the month. Now I have 46. So I've used 100 of the bars. And you know what? I have to give a little caveat to that because I may not have used all of them. I do have to kind of include in that within those 2 years, I would say, like I remember sending Melissa a box that had some bars that she wanted, right? I sent a couple of little bars to Brandy. It wasn't very many, but it was a couple of bars. I've given my sister a bunch of bars. I sent her some, I think last holiday season, right around Christmas time, I sent her a box of wax. At the same time, I sent my nephews a big box of wax. I sent my sister-in-law a very big box of wax. I sent my nieces a really big box of wax. So wax has gone out of this house that I didn't warm, that I wanted to share with people that I love. And so some of that stuff in the 2 years has left in that manner. It was gifted to other people. So I'm not going to say I warmed all of that. So kind of take that as with a grain of salt in terms of when I tell you my numbers. All right. So bring back my bar. 2 years ago, I had 89 different scents. Now I have 122 different scents because obviously we get to bring back my bars every year. So it stands to reason that it could grow in number, the number that I would have. But 2 years ago, that was the one that had the most bars in it. I had 415 2 years ago. I now have 286 and a half. I'm not sure where that half is. It's probably a half that's sitting possibly in the refrigerator because I counted the stuff that's in the fridge, and there was some that like I had a half a bar. Like I think I had a half a bar of marshmallow mint cocoa, which that was not, I don't think that was a bring back my bar, right? I can't even remember. I think that was a limited time. But anyways, that I would say took a nice cut. Again, some of it was probably gifted. Let's see. Clearance flash, I have that category again. I had 20 different scents before. I only have 7 different ones now. I had 47 bars 2 years ago. I have 7 bars now. Some of these numbers make me feel much better, I gotta say. I don't have discontinued carried forward. So, LTO. I show that I had 73 different scents before, and I have 97 different scents now. I had 224 bars in total 2 years ago. I have 184 now, which I still think that's pretty good considering the number of different scents went up by 24. My actual number of bars went down by about 40. So that's pretty good. License. Again, current is not going to be the same because I don't have it marked the same way. License. Oh, that's pretty cool. License, I had 37 different scents 2 years ago, and I have 37 different scents today, or at least as of 3/31. And I show that I had 137 bars 2 years ago, This year, I have 77 and a half bars for licensed. And I did make myself a note. On the license, I said that I have 72 and a half bars, and of the 77 and a half, I have 72 and a half bars, and the other 5 that were getting counted were actually collections. So it would actually be extra bars, I guess, because it's actually collection pieces that I have. So in the licensed, for the licensed, I have 3 collections of Aladdin. I actually had 4, but when my sister came in a couple of weeks ago, I gave her one of my Aladdin collections. So I have 3 of the Aladdin collections, and one of the Frozen 2 collections, and one of the Villains collections. So that's where that number kind of changes. It's collections, not really bars. So there's actually a few more bars in there. And same thing on the LTOs. I said that of the 184 bars, truly it was 181 bars, and 3 of those are collections. And the collections in that one are Find Your Happy, the Find Your Happy collection, the Mix It collection, and then one of the Scents of the Season. It was the one that came in the red bag. I couldn't remember which ones were in that one, but I just knew it was the one that was in the red bag. That was like a little Santa bag. So that's that makeup of that stuff. So then if I were to look at kind of like the catalog, right? What I considered catalog, which could have been a combination of current and discontinued from the previous count. In the catalog, I said that I have 74 different scents, and then there's another 10 scents for the new Spring Summer 2023. So I guess total of 84 different scents. And of the catalog scents that I said I had 74, I have 106.5 actual bars. And of the 10 new Spring Summer, I actually have 9. I have 1 of each except for, I think it was Mango Matcha, which I warmed the whole thing, and I have not gotten a replenishment of that one. So, again, total bars 2 years ago, I marked 1,198. As of 3/31, I have 716.5. So that is a dramatic change for me, and I actually have just under 700 now as of like the middle of April, so that's making me feel even better. So I kind of wanted to go over a few of the bars. What I did was I pulled up the previous one, and I had new count as of 4/2, because that's when I did it, 4/2/21. And what I did was I went through and I looked for every bar that had 5 or more that I had in my inventory then, and compared and wrote down what I have in the inventory now, right? Because if it was like there was 1, I'm not worried. If there was 2 or 3, I'm not worried, because, you know, especially if it was a previous Bring Back My Bar or something that was discontinued, unless it happened to be in my club, there was no way for the number to go up. It could only go down, right? So, or unless it came back in another Bring Back My Bar kind of thing. So I went through and I took everything that was a number 5 or more in the previous inventory and wrote the new number. So let's see if I can go through here. African Mahogany. Love that one. I had 5. I now have 4. I brought myself to do one of them. Apple S'mores, which was from a Bring Back My Bar. I have here Bring Back My Bar November 2020, originally purchased in October of 2018. I have, 2 years ago, I had 13 bars. I now have 5. So I haven't been too shy about using my Apple S'mores. Banana Nut Bread, I had 5. I have 0. I have no more of that. Beach Daisy, which is one of the bricks from the spring bricks that we just had released, that just came out. Consultants would have been able to get them early, but they just came out on Monday. Oh gosh, was that the 10th? I think that was the 10th. So Beach Daisy, which I had gotten in a Bring Back My Bar June 2020. I had 11 bars of Beach Daisy back then. I now have 2. Just 2. And now I have a brick. So I'm set on that one. I had 6 Blueberry Rush, which was also from a Bring Back My Bar in June 2020. I had 6. I now have 2. And I found that in the wax bar, I like it, but nowhere near as much as I liked the car bar. I think because the car bar doesn't have like the mid notes, base notes, and all that. It's just one scent. I like that scent. Let's see. Cashmere, which was in the Bring Back My Bar June 2020. I think it's Cashmere Pear that's coming back, right? And back then, Cashmere Pear, I had 4. I'm not sure of what I have now, if any. Cashmere Pear, I gotta look, because now I'm curious. Let's see. Cashmere Pear. It looks like I have 3. Okay. But I didn't count it because it had less than 5. Cashmere, just plain cashmere. I had 6. I now have 4. I don't know why I marked on that one, because that one only had 4 to begin with. Here's one that I did well on. Coconut Cotton. I'm sure you've heard it in my empties many times. I've talked about mixing with different things, about the fact that my husband kind of got tired of it, and I can almost see why. I had 12 in my inventory back then in April of 2021. I now have 1. Just 1. Coffee Tree. I took it out of my club a while back. That was from a Bring Back My Bar in July of 2019. I had 5 in 2021. I now have 2. Let's see. Cottage Garden. Oh, man, I love that one. Also from Bring Back My Bar, July 2019. I had 7. 0. I finished it. Let's see. Obviously, I had a lot of them that were 5 or more. So I'm going to try to go a little faster. Echo, which was one of my husband's favorites, had 7, now have 5. I've been trying to do that one a little more sparing. Frosted White Birch, which was from a Bring Back My Bar in 2020. I had 5, I now have 1. Fuzzy Blanket, which I think Fuzzy Blanket's coming back, right? That was in June 2020. Bring Back My Bar. I had 7. I now have 2. Give Me Passion Flower. I love that one. July of 19. Bring Back My Bar. I had 5. I now have 3. Grape Granita. June 2020. Bring Back My Bar. I had 12. Now the caveat to that one is I had 12 because that was the one that my friend's wife loved, and I had picked up a bunch of them in case she wanted more, and then she kind of stopped buying. So I had 12. I now have 6. Let's see. Happy Birthday, which is, I know, coming back in the June 2023. I got it in June 2020. I had 5. I now have 0. So I'll be ready to get more of Happy Birthday. Hawaiian Paradise. I mentioned how I don't like that one, and my sister didn't want it either. I had 5. I'm down to 3. So I got through 2 of them. I used them. Hemingway. Oh, I think that one's coming back too. If I'm not mistaken, I think that one's coming back. I had 7. 0. So I'm kind of hoping it is coming back because I do like that one. Huckleberry Sage, one that my husband likes. I'm not as crazy about. I had 6. Now I have 4. The Luscious Lemon. I talked about, I need that one to come back. I just need it to come back. Luscious Lemon, I had 5. I have 4.5. I don't want to use that one because I kick myself for getting rid of it. Luxe Vanilla. Love that one. I had 6. I now have 5. I think I did it recently, so that's probably when I used up one of them. And I might actually, technically, I might be at 4 now because I may have used it since I did the close of this inventory. Mad About Mint. I had 5. I now have 4. That was one. Mad About Mint, Whiteout, which I think Whiteout is coming in the Bring Back My Bar. So Mad About Mint, Whiteout, and the North Calls. I used to like to mix those 3 together. So when Whiteout comes back, I'll be able to take my Mad About Mint, my North Calls that's in my club now, and the Whiteout, and I'll be able to mix them again. Marshmallow Mint, Bring Back My Bar, November 2020. I had 14. I have 4. That one, I do know that I think I had sent 4 of them to Casey. Casey used to do videos. I haven't seen her do a video in a really long time, but I think I sent Casey 4 of them because that was like her, either her absolute favorite or one of her favorites. So I had sent her some. And I think I had included some in boxes that I sent out during the holidays to the family members. So that's one of the reasons it went from 14 to 4. Let's see. Well, Melon and Apple Granita. I have that I had gotten it in July of 2019. I did say that the one that I had warmed recently, it had the newer paper label, and I knew that I had older ones that I hadn't used. So Melon and Apple Granita, I had 5. I have 5 again. So some of those 5 may even be the newer bars. So that's pretty good. I kept it even pretty much. Painted Leaves. I had 18. Now, that one was a Bring Back My Bar in November 2020. I said that I originally purchased in February of 19. I had 18 because I remember stocking up when they had put them on sale after the Bring Back My Bar, and so I stocked up and I got a bunch. I had 18. I now have only 4. So I've done pretty good with Painted Leaves. Pink Haze, I had 7. I now have 2. See, Pistachio Ice Cream, I had 6. I now have 2. That was one that Brandy really wanted to have, really wanted to try, so I was happy to send her some. I still have 2 for myself. Quiet Grove, I had 7, and I'm down to 4. And I wish I had that one in my club, but I don't, so I'll probably be a little sparing with that one. Redwood and Cedar, I had 5. I now have 2. That is, it's not like a favorite scent, but it performs so well. And when I do it at the top of the stairs on the landing, it does really, really well there. So I may do those this coming fall. Rio Beach. Oh, love Rio Beach. It's so nice. I had 13. I now have 8. And I know there's one in my trolley. I'm almost positive. Yep. There's one in my trolley so that I can use. So I'll need to use that one soon. Route 66. That was one that my husband really liked. I had 10. I now have 1. Simply Vanilla. I had 8. I now have 0. I think I had sent Simply Vanilla a little bit of it, or probably just 1, to Melissa because I didn't want to, because I thought it had a Crayola smell, and I think I sent her one just so she could try it. I may have sent some to some family members, and then that was one of the ones that was in the bottom thing of my trolley that when my sister came, I was like, hey, which ones do you want? She did wind up taking whatever was left of the Simply Vanilla, so that's why I'm at 0 now. Southern Evening, I had 6. I now have 4. Thunderstorm. Oh, love Thunderstorm. And it's not in my club. Blue Hyacinth is still in my club. When I was doing my empties, I talked about how I mixed Blue Hyacinth and Thunderstorm. I don't know when, but I must have taken Thunderstorm out. So I had 9. I now have 5. I'm going to have to be sparing with Thunderstorm. I don't know. Maybe I did it because of Flower Shop, thinking, you know, another kind of green scent. Although Thunderstorm had more than that, but oh well. Vanilla Oud. That one, yeah, that was the one that was also on that sale after the Bring Back My Bar. I wasn't able to, no, I was able to get a bunch of it. So rather than put it in my club, I just stocked up. And 2 years ago, I had 28. I now have 17. So I need to make Vanilla Oud last me until it gets voted back, which I believe Vanilla Suede that got voted back for this coming June. That one I had 5 and now I have 3. But I do believe Vanilla Suede, I just recently, if I took it out of my club, I just recently took it out because I knew it was coming back in the Bring Back My Bar. So I figured I'd give myself a little break. So that one will end up back in my club because now I only have 3. Let's see, White Sands. I think that one's also in the Bring Back My Bar coming up. I have that it was in the Bring Back My Bar June 2020 and that it was in my original Scentsy Club in October 2018 that I would have lost when I became a consultant in 2019 because that was before they could transfer it. Now, I believe now if you become a consultant, they can transfer your club to you. But when I became one in mid 2019, that was not an option. Because I called to ask and I was told no, they couldn't do that. So I had to either leave it under the other person or cancel it. And I chose to cancel it and restart with whatever I could. So White Sands, I had 7. I now have 4. So I'm looking forward to that one coming back. Blue Christmas. That one has been, I have Bring Back My Bar January 2020, and it was in the Scents of the Season in 2020. And I think it might have been in another Scents of the Season after that. I'm not even sure. I think it was in 2021, right? I'm almost positive it was in 2021. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2021 or 2022. Maybe last year's 2022. Blue Christmas. I had 7. I now have 6. Of those 6, I actually have 2 put to the side. So in essence, I have 4. But that's in my club. But I have 2 put to the side for my sister-in-law who's supposed to be coming in the summer. Because I know that she really liked it and she did not pick it up when it was available this last time. So I put 2 of them to the side for her. Let's see. Ivy and Water Lily. That was in a clearance flash sale that when I picked it up. And I had 7. I now have 0. I worked through all of them. All the rest of my clearance flash sale looks like I didn't have, the highest number after that was like 4. Let's see. Here's one. Go Go Mango. I've even said that I'm not a Go-Go Mango person. It's not one of my favorites. I actually had 11, but that was because of the friend who, that's the only scent they like is Go-Go Mango. I had stocked up. I'd even put it in my club for a little while in case they wanted to, because they would tend to get like a whole 6-pack at one time. So I think I had put it in my club when, the season ended and to make sure that I'd still have it for them, but they kind of stopped buying. So I did go from 11 to 2. I warmed some. I think I sent some to family members. And then recently they, I think, did buy some from me again. So I'm down to 2. Hibiscus Pineapple. Love that one. I said I like it with hibiscus water though. I had 8. I'm down to 1. Probably because I probably had hibiscus water to go with it and used it that way. Mahalo Coconut. I had 8. I'm down to 2. Let's see. Paradise Punch. I had 5. I'm down to 1. Summer Holiday, which now is in my club, thank goodness. I had 6, and I am at 3 now as of 3/31. And I think that would be even after my March club came in. That would have left me at 3. So, Cozy Cranberry. I had 5, 0. But Cozy Cranberry, whatever I had left, which was probably 2, I had in the bottom part of the trolley. I did not like Cozy Cranberry. I don't know why I had 5, but my sister took whatever I had left. Green Calcite, which was from the Crystal Collection. I had 5. I have 0. I think I warmed some of that like at the top of the landing. I did it in the room above the garage, but I know I finished it. Chillin' and Grillin' from the Father's Day collection of 2020. I had 6. I now have 4. That one's one that I think I sent one to Melissa because she wanted to try it. And I think I warmed it one other time since then. I just haven't really been in the mood to do Chillin' and Grillin'. I really, really, really wanted to do Chillin' and Grillin'. Get like one of my tin kind of warmers, right? Like maybe I could take the church one, or maybe my coffee one or something like that, and bring it outside in the summertime and put some Chillin' and Grillin' outside and have it, scent as if the grill's going, which it may be going at the time when I do that, but we'll see. So I haven't done that in a while. Cruisin', which was also from the Father's Day collection of that year in 2020. I had 7. I now have 4. I actually like the Cruisin'. It has a very new car smell. That's the way I would describe it, like the new car scent. And it does well in the house, though. Like, of course, if you don't like leather, I know that Natalie's not that big into leather. So much so that she sent me a room spray once of a leather scent. So I think it was weathered leather. And but the Cruisin', I thought it smelled good. I enjoyed it. But I've kind of been taking my time with it because it's not something I want to smell all the time. All right, My Hero, also from the Father's Day collection. I had 8. And I know it went into the catalog for a little while. But My Hero, I had 8. I now have none. And it's not in my club, so I have none. Taste of Summer. Oh, love that one. That one was in the Find Your Happy collection in August of 2020. I had 8. I now have 5. I'll probably use a couple this year in the summer. I really like that one. This is Taste of Summer. It's got that Nestea, the crystals. If you buy like the powdered crystals of Lipton iced tea mix. I keep saying Nestea, but it's Lipton iced tea. That's what it smells like. And I find it to be very strong. Very, like if I put that on the landing, oh yeah, definitely going to smell it in the foyer, going to smell it probably in the pantry and in here. It's just really strong for me. Love it. Let's see. Marshmallow Mint Cocoa. I had 5. I have half a bar. I think I said that I thought I had a half a bar of that in the refrigerator. So, yep, half a bar. Let's see, which one is this? Berry Blessed, which was a holiday collection 2020. It went into the catalog. I had 5. I now have 1. Happy Holidays. Happy Holidays. Also from the holiday collection 2020. I had 5. I now have 1. Quiet Clementine from the Hygge collection. That was one that I was able to stock up on one time, I think during a flash sale. I had 11. I now have 8. And I have 8 because I think I've picked up a few more, like in another flash sale or something. So I probably had gotten it down and then got it right back up again. So it went from 11 to 8. Toasty Cabin from the Hygge collection. I had 5, and I now have 4. I might have been able to get one of those also. So I'd like to see the rest of the Hygge collection come back. That would be great. 6. Pacific Sandalwood. It was in the International collection in July of 2020. I had 6. I don't have any more of that one. Salted Lavender, also from the International collection in July of 2020. I had 5. I now have 0. Grapefruit Orange from the Mix It collection in April of 2020. I had 7. I now have 4. And if I'm not mistaken, also in my trolley to get used. I really like that one also. So I have 4 of those. Let's see. Picked for You. I just had that one recently in my empties. So technically this number may, I can't remember if that was in the first half of April that got used or the ending of March. So I'm not sure if this is a current number. So Picked for You, Mother's Day 2020. I thought it was Mother's Day. Picked for You, Mother's Day 2020. I had 6. I have marked that as of 3/31. I had 3. Fiesta Lime, which was in the summer collection of 2020. It also, I believe, wound up in the catalog after that, if I'm not mistaken. But it was in the summer collection of 2020. I had 9. I have 1 left. Hibiscus Water, which I said I love with hibiscus pineapple. That one was from the summer collection 2020. I had 9. I now have 3. Palm Beach Breeze. I had 6. It was also in that summer collection. I had 6. I now have 0. I think there might have been 1 or 2 left, and I let my sister have it. I think it, no. Or was that the, no, that was not Palm Beach Breeze. That was the other one that I'm thinking of that has a little pineapple in it. Can't remember what that one's called. But it's similar to that. Watermelon Tangerine, also from that summer collection. I had 5. I now have 0. So I've done pretty well on that summer collection. Let's see. 2 on this page. Yeah, this number's not going to go down anytime soon. Do we or don't we? And the last time it in the catalog was spring summer 2020. It was in my club. I had 6. It was in my club. It got dropped off. Some glitch that happened. I remember when I contacted customer support, them telling me that somebody else had had a glitch with their club also and had a similar problem. And we each lost bars, and they would not put them back. I didn't fight about it. I just kind of took it as, okay, well, you know, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. So I had 6 bars. I now have 4. So I don't know. Maybe I'll use one this summer. But I'm holding out that it'll come back and I'll bring back my bar and people will vote for it. I hope. Farmer's Market. I had 5. I only have 3 left. Another beauty that I just love. Farmer's Market. I think that might have been one of the ones I lost during that glitch. Let's see. Snowberry. I had 5. I have 1 left. I really thought that was going to come back in the catalog. And when I did the boxes for family during the holidays, I did send some snowberries out thinking, oh, it's going to come back. And I'll be able to stock up again. Nope. And it wasn't in my club. So I have 1 bar. I probably won't warm it anytime soon. Winterberry Apple Tea. I had 6. I now have 1. And I'm like 99% sure I did put that one in my club at the end of the latest fall-winter because I was not taking a chance like I did with Snowberry. Toasted Marshmallow. I have that it was a regular bar and an LTO. that it was in the summer collection 2019. I'm sorry. I almost don't have a voice now. Summer collection 2019, spring summer 2020, and the Easter collection 2021. And I might have marked it that way because there was I had two different versions of toasted marshmallow. I had the one that came with the Jelly Belly. That was a called toasted marshmallow. And then there was one that was not part of the Jelly Belly that was called toasted marshmallow. So I may have counted them together. But I had 5, and I still have 5. I may have gotten an extra one somewhere because I'm almost positive I had at least warmed one. Aloe Vera and Ivy. That was a scent of the month in August 2020. I really liked that one. Not in my club, though. I had 6. I don't have any more now. It's gone. Be Fabulous. Another scent of the month from April 2020. I had 5. And as you know from that other empties where I had used the testers and everything in the little sample cups, I have none. Buzzworthy. Scent of the month from May 2020. I had 7 because that was one that I got the kit. So I originally would have had 9. At one point, I think I had 11 or 12 because it was coming in whiff boxes. It was, I don't know, it seemed like it was just coming in everything and I couldn't get rid of it. I did not like that scent. I tried warming it a couple of times. I know there are people who love that scent, just don't like it. I tried. So I had 7. I now have 2. I tried to see if my sister would take it, but I knew she wouldn't. In fact, one of the reasons my number grew is because I think she had brought me back some, and I was like, oh man. So I still have 2. Harbor's Edge. That was a really nice scent of the month from August of 2019. I had 6. I now have 1. Inhale, Exhale, scent of the month, January 2020. Not actually a scent that I loved. It's like Arctic Kiss. Both of those, if I warmed it anywhere in the house except the landing, I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it performed. Well, it performed great. I just didn't like the strength or they were both strong scents, but in a smaller room or, that kind of thing, I just didn't like it. It seemed too powerful or something. But if I did it on the landing, it was beautiful, beautiful. In fact, I think it was Inhale, Exhale that my sister had come and I had it on the landing and she asked me, "Ooh, what do you have warming?" And if it was Inhale, Exhale, she wound up getting it. And then she wound up giving it back to me because she's like, "No, I don't like it." And I told her the same thing. Yeah, I don't like it either unless I do it on the landing. So, Inhale, Exhale. I had 5. I now don't have any. Jade and Jasmine. I had 7. I now have 0. Caveat, I still have my brick. I used up all the bars and kept the brick for last. So I do have, in fact, I had 2. The other one only had maybe 4 cubes left in it. So when my sister was here, I know that she liked Jade and Jasmine also. So I gave her the one that was almost done so she could at least have some. And so I just have my full brick left. Pink Sugarberry Mint was a scent of the month in March 2021. I had 8 because I had gotten the kit. I now have 1. I think I gave most of them to my sister. Plumeria Peach, scent of the month, April 2021. I had 7. I now have 4. I've been able to get those 4 from, I think, flash sales. I love it and I love using it, but after those are gone, I won't have any more because it's not in my club. Pretty in Plaid, which was a scent of the month, December 2019. I had 8 because I had gotten the kit. I now have 0. I had a few left. I used many of them with, I think I liked mixing it with, I think it was jeweled pomegranate was the one that I would mix it with. But there's so many other scents in the holidays that I like more that I didn't want to mix those just to use it up. So I kind of just stopped warming it. And so when my sister was here, she took the rest of the Pretty in Plaid. Rise and Sunshine, scent of the month, July 2020. I had 5. I have 1 left. Saddle Up, scent of the month, May 2019. I really like that one. I had 8. I have 2 left. Snow-Kissed Cranberry. I had 5. I have 1 left. Spring Has Sprung. That was one, I had 9 because I had gotten the kit. And I finally finished it. In fact, that might have been one of the ones in my empties that I said, as a floral, it wasn't one of my favorites. Strawberry Rose. I had 6 because I had gotten the kit. I now have 0. That was in that bottom tier of the trolley that my sister did take. So I didn't have too many left in there, but she did take whatever I had left. Sugared Strawberry. I had 5. I finished that one because I would have given my sister that, but somehow or another I either gave it as gifts in other boxes or finished it on my own. Summer Rain, which recently has been in my empties. It was a scent of the month in July 2019. I had 9. I know I've been warming it since July of 2019, but somehow or another in 21 I still had 9, probably with boxes and other things. I'm down to 3. Welcome Summer, scent of the month, June 2020. I had 9. I now have 0. That was one that I believe I shared some with Melissa because I think that's one scent that she absolutely loves. So I had sent her some of the Welcome Summer. And then when my sister was here, I gave her whatever was left. So finished Welcome Summer. And that's everything on that list. I may break this up because, oh my goodness, it's almost an hour. I think I am. I think I'm going to break this up into part 2 and go over in the current ones what I have 5 or more of. Oh, I probably already did. I probably kind of covered it in what I have here. So I don't know. I feel like I should, but I almost feel like I'm going to be repeating myself. So I think I'm going to skip. I don't want to go overboard. Anyways, we're almost at an hour anyway, so I'm going to take the last few minutes and I'm going to share some pictures with you that I talked about. I have pictures of the sunroom, it's a picture of Xena in the sunroom, but the dining room, because I'm always telling you about the dining room, and and I wanted to share a little bit of my setup in here. Not the whole room, because you don't really need to see all that, but I talk about the trolley. You can kind of see it here. Let me take a little cover thing off of this iPad. Oops. All right, so here is the top tier of the trolley. And they're usually kind of like standing up, but I can fit 10 rows with 7 rows with 10 deep. That's what it is. 7 rows with 10 deep. So I can do 70. And then I can fit, if I put them sideways here, I can put 6 more. So I think I can get 76 in there. So it's time to kind of refill it. It's getting kind of empty. So I need to refill that. Then I talk about pulling, when I want to pick wax to put in the trolley, that I keep them in those little collapsible cubes so that most of them are always laying flat. So I have, I think I took a picture of I have 8 of them. So I think I've got a picture that has 6 of them and maybe a picture showing the other kind of again. So you can kind of see the wax in the cubbies. I'm trying to show you. And up there is that Blue Christmas that I said I'm holding for my sister-in-law. Kept them separate. Let's see. Yeah. I took another picture so you can kind of see the other, basically some of them are repetitive pictures, but, and then a more close-up picture, that one would be the basket that's just the letter C, because I needed an entire basket for the letter C. So as you can see, there's six like columns, I guess, or whatever, of wax, right? And each one, I mean, if I fill it to the tippy top, I think I can get 9, but it's like too full, so I usually will do 8. So if they're all full, that's 8 times 6, 48. So each one would hold about 48. And then I have 2 in my bedroom that are slightly bigger, and those can hold, I want to say they can hold 100. Maybe not. I can't remember how many they can hold, but one of them is 3/4 full, and the other one maybe not even 1/4 full. So I'm getting there. And then a picture of some of the bricks that I have. I forgot to print the inventory on the bricks. I keep a couple of them back here. You can kind of see them, but I took a picture so that you could see. I think it's mostly got the newer ones. I've got that cucumber and cactus water, the beach daisy, and 2 of the Disney World iridescent. All right, so this picture is where I have the curve warmers in the dining room, and so you can see there they are. And then this here is the half bath in the hallway. There's a lot of glare, sorry. That's the half bath that I say I keep the door closed, right? Then the first picture where I tried to take a picture of the mirrored rose, and like I said, it does not do it justice because it's lit. It just looks like brightness, and you really can't make it out that well. Let's see. And don't mind the mess. We got the fire extinguisher right there in the entrance of the kitchen. So, you see, you can't really see the mirrored rose, but can you see Xena right there? That little baby's got her own little sofa, right? That's how spoiled she is. She's got her own little sofa. I keep like a cover on it that I can pull off and wash. And let's see. Let me find that picture. Okay, so I went in there and I took a picture of her when she was looking at me. My beautiful Xena. And if you notice on the floor, there's a blanket. That's my blanket. But if I wash it and I fold it and I put it on top of the other sofa where I sit, she won't touch it. But the minute I use it, and obviously it'll get my smell on it, right? From that point on, she wants it. She wants it, and I will leave it on my sofa, and when I go to bed, she'll go grab it, and sometimes it's on her sofa, and then sometimes it's on the floor. Like, to her, she's like, nope, that's mine. I even have a pillow that I put, like a sofa pillow that I put in a pillowcase for her. I mean, tell me she's not spoiled. She basically has her own sofa, but she still wants to get on mine. Like, crazy dog. All right, so in the dining room, I was talking about how I got the curve on one side and the other one, the mirrored rose on the other, and then I've got the dancing petals or whatever. So I tried to get as far back as I could to try to get all of it, but I couldn't get the vino warmer in. So you can see some of it. So you can get an idea of how far apart they are. I'm trying to do this where there's no glare, but so I think that's the curve. I'm looking at this backwards. And then over here would be the mirrored rose. Right there is the dancing petals. And I got a picture of the vino warmer, which is in the wine bar. And the mess, because this here, that's this room here. That's right here. So you come around the dining room, there's another little hallway, and then that's the room that I'm filming in, and there's a mess on the floor, which is the mess right back there. And so I said I turned off the warmers so I could take a picture, and again, it still doesn't really do it justice, but you can at least see them a little better. They're absolutely beautiful. They really are. And they look more close up. They look so pretty when they're lit up. And I even tried, after I turned them back on, I tried taking a picture higher up. And you can actually kind of see the wax. I did the Orchard by the Sea. And you can kind of see it. But it's still, it just doesn't do it justice, because that bright light kind of messes up the view. And that's the last picture. So I kind of just wanted to show you, because of the fact that I'm always talking about the dining room, the dining room, the dining room, the half bath with the door closed. And I've mentioned before, like, how the setup, you know, that here, and you got the mud room. I don't think you could see the mud room in that other picture. Let me double check. No, you can't see the mud room, but again, the glare. All right, so if you come down the hallway, here we're in the dining room. If you come this hallway here and you come into this room, but before you get to this room, over here, there's a door, and that leads to the mudroom, which the mudroom has the stairs. You can go up to go to the, basically you can go to that room above the garage, or you can go through the mudroom to get into the garage, because our garage has the garage door in the back, in the backyard. So in the front, it's just a door that we keep locked, and my husband has a bunch of stuff in front of it, so you can't open it anyways. And so it's like a hidden garage, I guess, you know, because you have to come to the back to get to the garage door. But anyways, I kind of going off tangent there. So I hope that you enjoyed. I wanted to go over my inventory because I did say that I would. And I'll try to, next video, I'll try to remember to bring the inventory of my bricks, the count, and tell you what I have. And maybe when I do like the first video of the following month on my empties, I'll try to maybe update you on where I am on inventory again. So maybe kind of keep track of it that way, keep myself in check, and maybe you can encourage me to keep going and not to let it get out of control again. So anyways, thanks for spending some time with me. A whole hour and 2 minutes. My goodness, you probably were able to clean everything in your house in the amount of time that it took me to do this. So I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for spending time with me and sharing this craziness of my life. And I'll talk to you again soon. But until then, enjoy your scents, enjoy your day, and enjoy your journey. Talk to you later. Bye.